like and subscribe. Now I know you clicked on the thumbnail, right? And you like, oh man, right? So some goofy stuff, right? And no, not actually. This is a story that you want to hear. This is one of them. Shockingly, this is one of them. And it's not even going to be too long, right? But this is one of them. And I wasn't even supposed to do it because I was threatened. You'd be surprised. Certain organizations, let's just say, right? I can't really say their names because they told me not to mention them. But yeah, you get threats when you mention stories on animals and their habits and vices, let's just say, right? But I actually know, and I guess it's not a person, I actually know these animals. You know, I know them personally. So I feel like I could speak on them, you know? So whatever happens to Rants is going to happen to Rants. And I ain't snitching, but you know who did it. Starts with a P, rhymes with the leader. You get it? Yeah, I think we know, right? Okay, cool. All right, so now this rant is on McGruff the Crime Dog. Yes, McGruff the Crime Dog. You guys remember him growing up, right? We grew up looking at him. He always gave us nice little infomercials and gave us great advice, right? But do you guys really know him? See, I actually know him. I know the whole family. And we're going to talk a little bit about it today. Because, see, the thing is with these animals, right? If you think the nepotism in Hollywood is crazy with humans, oh my gosh. You gotta, like, with these animals, they're all related. They're all related. And I'm going to tell you what, you're really going to understand it when we get into the Smokey the Bear episode. Because all of these bears are related too. Like Fonzie. That's like, who do you think Cocaine Bear was, the movie? Who do you think that was based off of? Never mind. I'm getting off topic already. Let's just stay on McGruff right now, right? And I guess we can start from the beginning. Like we always do, right? And like I said, nepotism is big in animal Hollywood. You have to understand that, right? So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but McGruff's father has been shown on TV before. Yeah. Now, let Rants give you guys a history lesson. Some of you guys may be hip, some of you guys may not be hip. But in the early 70s, actually I believe from 71 to 78, there was a show called Columbo. Yeah, about the LAPD homicide detective, Lieutenant Columbo, right? And he had a pet. Yeah, oh yeah, you know where this is going, right? And the pet didn't have a name. The pet was just called Dog. You guys see it? Dog. Yeah, Dog. Yep, that's McGruff's father. See, now it's starting to make sense of why McGruff even went the path he went. See, his father was a cop dog, you know? And like I said, you know, and granted, we do have puppy pictures of McGruff. We do. And you got to see, he still has that Burberry trench coat on, right? Because that was paying homage. He was paying homage to his father. Paying homage. But see, y'all never caught it. See, Columbo wore the same jacket. The Burberry trench. Yeah, McGruff was a fly dog. Everybody know that. And we're going to get to his habits and vices. We're going to get to that, right? But yeah, we got the puppy pictures. We're going to show that again, right? And McGruff, of course, a spoiled dog. A spoiled little dog. Like your father is one of the, you know, one of the main dogs. And oh, gosh. Don't even let me bring up. So, they're going to even be mad I brought this up, right? They have an ongoing beef with Lassie. And yeah, I said it. They got an ongoing beef with Lassie, right? And I know, I'm going to get my text messages All the woof, 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 woof. All that barking, the text barking. I'm going to get that. And I don't even care. I'm going to stand on this. But yeah, they've been having an ongoing beef with Lassie for years. Something to do with Dog from Colombo not getting the part from Lassie. And if you bring up Lassie at the table, I'm telling you, this is personal experience. They get vicious. I got bit. I had to go to the doctor. Luckily, of course, they Hollywood dogs. They got their shots. And speaking of having shots, we gonna definitely get. Matter of fact, let me just stay on topic. Let me stay on topic. So, yeah, they got their shots and whatnot, and yeah, I was fine, right? But you guys know McGruff, right? He comes about in the 1980s. I believe 1980 to be exact, during the Reagan administration, right? A lot of my friends from the hood, they don't really like McGruff because McGruff takes a bite out of crime. And see, Rant's never been involved in crime, but if you are, McGruff will take a bite out of you. And then you too will have to go to the hospital and see if you have a possible rabies, like I had to, But nonetheless though, right, we see McGruff throughout the 80s and 90s in endless infomercials. He tells us about bullying. He's anti-bullying. He's telling us don't go in the car with strangers. He's telling us don't do drugs. He's telling us don't do drugs, right? And we see him. And we also have the opportunity of seeing his nephew. See, a lot of people call McGruff the Crime Dog Scruff McGruff. And that's not his name. His name is McGruff. See, his father's name is Dog. His name is McGruff. And once he got a job, he became McGruff the Crime Dog. But no, you got Scruff McGruff, his nephew. And he was always seen, especially throughout the 90s, preferably animated, And the thing with that is, and like I said, I don't really want to get on the nephew too much because that'll more so lead into McGruff's popular son, of course. And I know you guys know who he is, of course, but we'll touch on that at the end, of course, right? But McGruff did all he could. This is a nepotism business. So, of course, he put his nephew on. Of course, everybody knows that, right? And by the time, technology started advancing and McGruff's original core audience started to grow and they started to have jobs and started to pay their own bills and started to form their own vices, right? McGruff started to become corny. And you ignored McGruff. You forgot about him, right? Because you started living your life. But what you didn't know was that McGruff had a job this whole time. See, he had a job this whole time. See, in the 80s, people did infomercials all the time. They'll tell you, buy chocolate pudding. They'll tell you, buy these stack of Bibles, and they might not even believe in this stuff. They might be diabetic selling you this stuff. And I say all that to say, McGruff, he had his vices. What? Okay, so you think McGruff's not taking a bite out of crime every day? What about on the Wednesdays? Like, it's a hard job. He's a detective. And he's an animal. Don't they have birthdays like every 3 months? Come on. You guys tell me the dog is in the comments. I don't even know. I'm going to tell you how old he is at the end of this. Because he's one of the oldest dogs still living. But you guys already know that. But this guy is working. What do you do? I got a question for y'all. Y'all subscribe to me, right? Y'all subscribe to Rants. What do y'all do when y'all get off? Exactly. Yeah, it's been endless times I done caught McGruff in his office with the vodka and the doggy bowl. Just licking away. Licking away. He never showed you that side of him. The trauma from that job. He's fighting crime. This is during the crack era. During the 90s. The baggy jean era. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? And I'm sorry, McGruff. I ain't even want to expose this one. Yeah, but McGruff, I got to. It's been endless times I've seen McGruff getting high off Snicker bars. And y'all know, dogs not even supposed to be eating chocolate. Y'all know that? I'm sorry, McGruff. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get the woof, woof, woof in the text message. I already know. I know. I'm going to stand on that, though. Consider this an intervention. Because I know you still eating chocolate bars, McGruff. I know. I hear it in your box when I talk to you. I know you are. Rants know you. And I know you listening. I know. But, I mean, as far as McGruff's family life, I guess we'll leave this to be the end because we gonna branch off, right? Everybody know McGruff does have the famous son, of course. And we're going to eventually, he's going to get his own episode because his life is treacherous. But we all know McGruff's son, Parappa the Rapper, right? Yeah. Yeah. You guys know, man. Randumb Rants. Like and subscribe, man.